guys need a new daily driver? Well, we got you covered. LSNasty.com. We're giving away this 650 horsepower turbo LS Swap Colorado. It's a 5-speed manual. You need it in your driveway. It's 10 times entries. LSNasty.com. Bunch of brand new merchandise. Winter collection is up there. Hats, shirts, stickers, socks, you name it, we got it. Check it out. You cannot win unless you're entered. Just keeping it real today. Got a bag of cheddar sour cream ruffles. Is that what they're called, ruffles? Yeah, ruffles. Taking Chris's truck. Alora's driving my 450. That's hooked up, and I got 10 tires and an Eaton 13 speed in my red Dodge. This thing here is cherry though. This thing is an absolute fresh unit. 450. I think it's a Lariat. Yeah, 450 Lariat, but it's got like all the high trim package shit on there. This thing right here is mighty nice. Can't wait to get crumbs in my cheesy fingers everywhere. It's kind of cold. Rubber floors. If you guys buy a truck that doesn't have rubber floors, you're an actual idiot. You're a buffoon if you buy a truck without rubber floors. Every truck should have rubber floors. That's my piece. All right, in the trailer, we got to make sure. I know it's got the Pro Jacks in the back. It's got the front end. The door's sitting there. Got to make sure it got. Oh God. Header flanges are there. Black sheep is there. Straps tight. Put the drive shaft back in it so it's got park. We have a like hour-and-a-half ride out to Jacksonville, North Carolina. Look at this thing on stocks though. I mean, I like it's meant for hauling, but it's on stocks. We're gonna head out to Hippie Fabrication, James Rollins. James is one of my OG storm guys, by the way. James was putting in work before work was getting put in. He was milking the clock before the clock was even there. So we're gonna go Hippie Fabrication, drop this off, talk to him. We're gonna see the look on his face to figure out how much he actually hates me. And then I'm gonna go check out Scott and stop by his work and his shop and all that stuff after that. So you guys are just coming along with me. Flying solo today. Got some boys working down in Georgia. Sorry, not in Georgia. I got some guys working down in South Carolina. Logan's on the road. Mason's working on the trucks. Tyler is working, and then he's coming over here to work on the trucks. We got all hands on deck. Yes. Yo, I have to record the smile on your face because it's probably gonna leave here soon.
Yeah. No, it's
Have you seen any videos?
I've watched all the videos, and then Logan sent me some pictures.
Oh no, you got the pictures.
I got a couple of them. We'll see. I haven't seen it in person. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but we're putting some big old tubes on there. Yeah. So it's gonna be. Well,
yeah. Hey, when you built those turbo headers, that was a nightmare in itself, and they came out absolutely awesome.
It's really just a time involved in it, really, because you can, like that turbo truck, that was really tight there, and it was just. But I got very lucky a couple of times because there'll be times where I'm in that shop, and something that seems so easy going from here to there, you can't get it done. You'll be spending 4 hours on one timer, then there's times where something you would think is insanely hard and you can do no wrong, and every cut you make just happens to be right when you start clocking it. So I went to church last Sunday, so hoping we got the good Lord on our side on this because it's not going to be easy, but
no, but hey,
I should.
You're the professional.
You called me 2 weeks ago and you said, hey, sit down. I was like,
you know it's gonna be something good.
Well, I thought you were gonna say something cool, like you'd buy a bracket car or something like that, but
you know better.
Whenever you told me you sold the LS, I said, okay, Hemi, Black Sheep, G-body, basically a factory frame wheel. I was like, and then you said, okay, we're gonna do outside the front, the front of the tire. And I said,
which I thought was better, but then after looking at it, I don't think it would be better. And then after I was told I couldn't do it, I was like, well, there's no option.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we have, whenever you pull that measurement from at ride height, how much room we had, I was like,
yeah, it's got like 7.5 inches, which is, it's a lot. I mean,
well, the G-Buys are like an S10 frame, to where on the S10s, it comes in so far to where you have to kind of come out and over the frame rail. If you want anything other than dust kickers, you gotta go underneath the frame
Yep.
back up, and when you stand back from the side, you can see it. It just looks ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, this thing, I think it's low enough. Unless they're laying on the ground, I think it'll be all right.
Yeah,
but do you want to like it? So the motor's bigger than oh, it's got the front end on, so you can't even see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The motor's huge, but you'll like the flanges, badass. I've been eating ramen for a week.
What's actually gonna save us on this is the fact that there's so much flange angle to it.
Yeah.
That your tight radius bends are already pretty much turned where you need them to go. So
Yep.
that'll save a bunch right there. But
Well,
we'll see.
I'm sorry. I said I had to come out the truck filming because like this might be the last time you ever smile when I'm around.
You're good because we're trying to build another shop, so that just gives me a chance to burn your ass up a little.
Oh yeah. All right, well, we'll get this thing out of here, and yeah, it's still got the list of the things to do, but I don't want to like say anything to jinx anything, but we're knocking some stuff out pretty good. And I got a lot of different pieces moving. Like I got intakes getting pumped for EFI, I got fuel pump being made, I got a lot of parts coming, and like the timeline seemed to be working good. Where I'm just trying to avoid the like 3 nights before not sleeping.
Yeah, and you've got a pretty good group of guys.
Yeah.
Like Scott is insanely smart.
Oh, we're in his wheelhouse now with the Hemi. He's loving it.
It seems like anytime I'm at Andrews and my brother's putting together my motor, we're building something, Scott just shows up.
Yep.
He's always got insight. He's just a good guy to have around too, because he'll make you laugh.
No, we probably did two nights worth of work in like 4 hours. With Scott there, he was in there. Now he's like, he assembles motors, he does our plumbing, he does AC, he does like, you name it. He comes to the shop, he's working on something. He got the grinder, dive in there, cut the motor plate, mid plate, just cutting frame out of it. I mean, you name it, whatever we had to do, it was getting done, and everything looks good. We went to Chris Herron's shop, and he put some bars back in there, got the mid plate mounted, and got the motor set in there. Drive shaft ended up working. We were worried we have to get a new drive shaft, but like everything is, it's working.
No, I'd be sitting in there in my recliner watching your videos, and I'd have my phone out like this with something ready to text, ready to hit send, and then I'd keep watching the video. Like the other night, you were fitting the starter, and I saw where the
you saw that, how there was like not a lot of room.
Yeah, I was like, I was gonna take it and say, hey, go ahead and trim that mid plate up for me so I can save some time. And then as the video went along, I saw where you get trimmed. I said, all right.
Yep, I got it trimmed up. There's a line on it where if you want to trim it more, you can. But Scott said call him and he'll come trim it, so you ain't got to do it. You're the header guy.
I'm pretty good at sitting there watching your videos and having something to say to you, either smart ass like or actually trying to help you out, especially whenever you first started doing your welding stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'd have something, text it out, and I'd be like, he's kind of got it figured out, but I'm going to send it anyway.
What about when I'm welding the toolbox?
My favorite thing was, I think it was probably a week or two ago, you were welding something, and you had, I think it was either stainless or it was aluminum, but you had your back cap off your TIG torch.
Oh, it's broken.
And I was like, well, you understand that it's O-ring, and that's where your gas will
I just turned the gas up.
Oh my
Hell,
God.
we're burning gas, you know it, right? Yeah, I broke it. I have not ordered a new one. So, and one thing I will tell you is if you're welding and you touch that, if it's exposed, it is very hot.
Yeah.
So I have some marks on my arm and shit. Like this was from last night. So yeah.
It never fails. I got a spot right here on my arm that I'll be doing something welding. I'll be sitting there letting my posts go, and I'll flip my hood up, and it never fails. My hot filter that I just brought will hit in the same spot every time. I've got a big old scar there now because of it.
Yeah. I'm trying to be like you out here welding.
Like 15 years welding, and I still mess up every day.
Oh my God. Well, hey, I'm not getting sunburnt now that it's winter. I'm wearing long sleeves, so that's good. All right, we'll get this thing out, and we'll get it in the shop, and now my headache is now your headache.
It's gonna be a good one.
All right, first look, what do we got?
How do you expect a tube to go through there?
So,
That's
a little bit of magic. Yeah, it looked way more appealing until you put the starter on it.
Yeah.
So, but 2.5 is absurdly large, isn't it?
It's huge, yeah.
Because like I'm used to header wise, like 1 and 7/8 is big for the LS stuff. When you did that big block, you did 2 1/4, and that was humongous.
This bar wasn't like that. It'd be easy peasy.
Go over the A-arm.
Good Lord. The passenger side looks.
The passenger side, the motors, it's not centered in the chassis because of how everything fits. But if you go down on this one, not having that starter there, seems more better.
See, it's like it's almost gonna have to have one come out and over.
And one under.
That's gonna go to bye-bye.
Yeah.
And then
I meant to cut that off for you, that's my bad.
I don't know. How much travel in the front end on this thing? A bunch?
That's it. Like how much up travel?
Yeah.
I mean, it don't get much more.
Okay.
I mean, if you wheelie it, the project tabs hit the ground, so a little maybe.
Yeah, the pictures don't do that thing any justice. The exhaust ports are right at the ground.
Yeah. 1 to 10 on that. 10 being this job's about to be ass. Where does it rank?
It's hard to really say because it looks really bad, but until you start moving tubes around and putting it in there, you really don't know.
I hope you call me tomorrow and you're like, hey man, actually I'm done with it. It just fell right into place.
I gotta at least have a week where I can tell you I had at least 60 hours in it.
Oh, is that right?
When I give you your price, you're
you
like,
can
oh.
You can definitely get 60 hours in a day or two.
Yeah, it's happened many times. That's for sure. Because it never fails. Especially my buddies, they'll call me with something. They're saying, "Hey, I gotta make this race. We got the car done." I'm like, "Okay."
I gave you advance notice. You've had a couple weeks. This is good for me.
And actually, for you, everything worked out really good because my schedule stays like anywhere from a month to 2 months out, like pretty regularly.
So for people that don't know what you do, hippie fabrication, right? That's why we're here. We're getting headers built. You build headers mainly for...
I do a lot of, it's kind of everything now. Like I started out doing a lot of bracket and anti stock and super stock stuff. And now I've been doing a lot of no time stuff and just, because I bracket race a bunch. I do class racing stuff. So I'm with that crowd of people. So obviously they know me and it's just building rapport where I don't really go and do heads up racing or small tire stuff. So I don't really know any of these guys besides you. And lo and behold, I've had calls. I've had cars from Maryland come down up as far as New York.
Well, I think once you see the headers, you'll travel for them.
It kind of works out to where I always say when it comes to fabrication stuff, you kind of have everybody that's in their own, I guess, not niche, but more like a clique to where I cater to a lot of the bracket and class racing guys because that's what I do. So they know me to where there's guys that do a lot of no time and small tire racing that are great fabricators that do that because they know people. It's just kind of how it works.
So are you dabbling in both now?
If somebody calls me and wants headers, they're gonna get them. So I'm kind of doing, I'm dabbling in both. But I don't like it like that because it kind of, I guess I should say, there's not really a shortage of fabricators.
Yeah.
But there is at a sense.
Yeah.
But we also don't really cross over, so it's not like I'm taking.
You're not taking work from anyone.
Yeah, I'm not taking food out of this guy's mouth.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Oh, I tell you, there's a lot of shitty ones out there. There's a lot of shitty ones. I can tell you that. It's gonna be fun. I greatly look forward to seeing how you do all of this.
Yeah.
So me knowing that just the slightest bit of fabrication, I can look at some stuff and go, that's probably going to be challenging, but you're the man for the job.
That's where some of the little stuff I've picked on over the years will come into play, some of the little tips and tricks, but whenever we get this in the shop, I'll show you something that is an absolute game changer when it comes to building headers.
Yeah.
Michael Furyk makes.
Oh yeah.
But when I got that thing, my build time dropped drastically and my fitting got so much better.
Really?
And if you had one, I feel like you kind of...
Dude, listen, I'm out there with my grinder and my portaband just setting the world on fire, all right?
That goes back to when I was telling you, I'm sitting there with my phone out getting ready to text you and tell you something that you're doing stupid or messed up because I'll see some of the stuff you do. But that's when it comes to fabrication work, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
And as long as the end product is sound and it looks good and it does what it's supposed to,
yeah,
you're not wrong.
Yeah, no.
So.
Well, I know if things go south and it's got demolition derby style headers out the hood, it's still going to PRI, right?
The funny thing is, that'd be even harder.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's how we know. If things go south, they're just coming out the hood, or they're coming like straight out here. That's just how we know.
Well,
so
yeah, I'm glad we. I don't know. Coming out front probably would have been not too bad because y'all could just came out right here.
Yeah.
But No, you wanted something fancy, but like you said, when it comes to blower car stuff with Patrick Miller, that kid is smart.
I just referenced the experts on there. They got the intake right now, so I mean, hell, they just won RVW. They went like a 362. They told me what fuel pump to order, got that ordered up. They got the intake, told me what injectors to run. I'm gonna see. Patrick's probably gonna be tuning it at the track. I mean, no one knows. No one knows the EFI blower stuff.
If you don't do anything right, you at least seem to surround yourself with really good people.
Yeah, I'm smart enough to know when I don't know something and to go to the experts. I feel like a lot of people, they have too much pride and they won't say, I don't know, and they try to do it and mess it up. No, if I don't know, where are the experts at?
See, that's like everybody's got to have that somebody that kind of will pull them back on the leash a little bit. And for me, that's like my brother-in-law. He builds all my motors, and I'll do something to a motor or I'll kind of hurt something, and I'll look at it and go, yeah, let's just throw this in there and be good to go. And then I call him Buzz Killington because he always is Mr. Debbie down. He's like, no, we got pulled out, do this, this, and this. I'm sitting there counting the Benjamins going, God, man.
All right, we'll get this in the shop. We got some projects for you, so
that helps.
We'll anything we can do to make it easier for you. Any accommodation you need, we'll send Scott over here if you need any trimming. If you want to send Logan over here just to hold your pocket, we'll get him over here too.
I think if I was going to take anybody, it'd be Mason.
You'll take Mason?
I'll take Mason.
Wow, that's a big +1 for Mason there. That's like...
Well, Logan makes me laugh all the time because I've known Logan longer than I've known you.
Yep.
And then Mason, man, he's Buzz Killington times 10.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I didn't want to like say it in this video, but I'm going to. We're doing the I'm putting 5 motors in my work trucks, put them all together. The one that Mason like threw the top end on and stuff, got in the car. No barbell in there, so it's got 0 oil pressure. So my man's pulling a transmission back out of a car today. So it happens, but we catch it early. So all right, we'll get this thing in the shop here, and then yeah, it should be fun. So if you guys have ever seen the Office, when Michael Scott's running around when the fire alarm's going off and it's like, it's happening, it's really happening.
Hey, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
That's what's going on inside James' head and life shop right now. Thoughts?
Big tube.
This is a big tube. Hey, look at how nice these are. These are the nicest flanges I've ever held.
Yeah.
They're badass.
You did good on that. I left you on super. Well, I guess I kind of.
No, you told me exactly who to call, and I ordered them, and they do bolt up, that's a plus. They fit.
See, because well, first of all, you kind of knew what the head was, and then I called noon just to make sure we were getting what we needed. And I couldn't, they were so busy, which to be expected because they got a lot of stuff going on for PRI. And so whenever I said, hey, just call down and talk to Mark down at ProFab, he hooked you up.
Yeah, they got me right.
That's
a badass flange. And he's like, hey, if you order online, get free shipping. So boom, free shipping.
Yeah, that whole group down there is awesome. And if you ever need quality parts, this is not a plug because they do treat me very well because that's all I buy material from right there is Pro Fabrication 90% of the time because you can look at like CNC machine. It's
nice. Badass. That's badass.
And all their tubes there's no mandrel marks on their tubes. They come out looking just like that. There ain't a mandrel mark on that. It's all cleaned and etched. It's just, if you're gonna build quality headers, you gotta start with quality product. And
for sure.
They are, bar none, the best.
So how much longer are you gonna look at it before you start wanting to beat me up?
Well, I'm already to that point now because all it took was one little test tube just to kind of see, like, I can probably make something like that work. And then you come down here and go, well, now it's gonna have to throw there, and there is.
You might honestly be better off just going way up high here and over top of it.
We'll probably have to do it, like, because especially since you don't have a whole lot of travel.
Yeah, this doesn't go up too much. So I think if you were like right up here by this bar, listen, you're the expert. I'm gonna shut my mouth. No. What do I know? Oh yeah, just do it like that. Like every guy has no clue what they're talking about.
See, like, what we'll do is it's probably gonna end up coming that way, but the hardest thing for me building headers is there is aesthetically pleasing. So it's gotta, when you look at it, it's gotta flow nice.
Damn, that looks good.
You can't have some. Like your Zoomies on the Colorado you built?
My spaghetti Zoomies?
You look at those and you go, huh.
Hey, keep it up. I'll just bring those over here and I'll just have you weld them on there. And those
hey.
Oh, man.
But no, it'll be tough.
But hey, I took it to the best. So I know I'm in good hands.
Well, I appreciate that. I can guarantee you one thing. I ain't gonna screw you.
No, I know I'm in good hands
So
here.
at least you get that going for you.
Yeah,
And
and
it's not gonna be here for 2 months.
no,
It'll be here a week at most.
or you'll have the welder up at PRI finishing them out.
Hey, it's like whenever I texted that one day when I was watching the video and I said, man, I had this idea of how cool it would be to have like somebody go out there and do like a build series live at PRI.
At PRI.
To where you're working like, you know, you've got, what is it, the show's what, 3 or 4 days?
Yeah,
Like have something that you can get done 3 or 4 days, but to where you might have to work, you know, 24 hours through the night. And I think that'd be
pretty
something
cool.
to do.
yeah, that would be cool for
But
sure.
no, I wouldn't, don't put it past me because if you give me that option to be able to work at PRI, I might have to walk around and
Yeah, it actually doesn't sound too bad after all. So I look forward to it. I know it's going to turn out great. I mean, I've seen your work before, so I know what it is. It's the highest quality, and
it'll be cool though too. 'Cause this is different.
yeah,
Like I've seen a couple guys build some awesome headers on factory frame rail cars. So that's the biggest thing on headers with me is because I do a lot of, you know, dragster type headers. So it's kind of, I build them on a jig and then I do a lot of fender exits. So this is something definitely different.
Yeah.
It changes the game up.
well, what we'll do is we'll put a nice sticker on the car. I think it might do like front end in the booth one day. Driver door is going to be off the whole time, but we'll get a sticker, you know, hippie fabrication.
Yeah, and you'll get to, the good thing about PRI though is you guys are all going to be there, so I get to walk around, hang out with you, come bother you for a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah. You're going to be able to see your work. Everyone that walks by be like, hey, I wonder who built those headers. They must be a badass. Have fun.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Guys, that's going to wrap it up. Go follow all James' stuff. It's linked down in the description below. Check out all his social media. You can see the badass headers he's built. And if you guys have been following me, you know he's done some great work for me before. So I look forward to seeing it. And we're one step closer to getting to PRI.